Hello, welcome to M.I.B Multipurpose Lab. Today we are going to look at units and measurement. So this is our topic for today, units and measurement. As far as physics is concerned, when we are talking about units, they are classified into two. They are either fundamental or derived. Fundamental units or derived units. When we say fundamental units, they are units associated with fundamental quantities. They are the units associated with fundamental quantities. And as for derived units, they are the unit associated with derived quantities. So when we say fundamental quantities, we are referring to quantities that are independent, quantities that do not depend on any other quantity. They depend on themselves. And they are 7 in number. We have the first one, length. We have the second one, which is mass. We have the third one, time. The fourth one, amount of substance. The fifth one, we have electric current. The sixth one, we have temperature. And the seventh one, we have the luminous intensity. So these are the 7 fundamental quantities that we have. The length, mass, time, amount of substance, electric current, temperature, or luminous intensity. And their fundamental units for length, it is meter. Their fundamental unit abbreviated as M. For mass, its fundamental unit is kilogram, abbreviated as kg. For time, its unit is seconds, abbreviated as small letter s. For amount of substance, its unit is mole, abbreviated as mole. For electric current, it is ampere, abbreviated as A. For temperature, its fundamental unit is Kelvin, abbreviated as K. This is what we have. And also for luminous intensity, its fundamental unit is candela, abbreviated as CD. These are the 7 fundamental quantities that we have, and these are their respective fundamental units: meter, kilogram, seconds, mole, ampere, Kelvin, and candela. Let's look at derived quantities. Since we say derived units, they are units associated with derived quantities. So from the word derive, you should have grabbed the meaning of derived quantities. They are quantities that are derived from other quantities. So derived quantities, they are dependent quantities. They are obtained by simple combination of 2 or more of these fundamental quantities. Example of derived quantities and their units are, let's look at velocity, which is defined as displacement divided by time. So what will be the unit of velocity? Since it is displacement all over time, the unit of velocity now will be derived as displacement is defined as distance covered in a specified direction. So since it is a distance, we know it is measured in meter. the unit will be meter, which is that small m, all over the unit of time, and the unit of time is seconds. I have seconds, which is s, that hence the unit of velocity is meter per second. Another example of derived quantity and its units, we have area. Area is defined as length multiplied by breadth. Therefore, the unit of area will be length is measured in meter, which is length. M multiplied by breadth 2 is measured in meter. We have m. Hence, the unit of area is meter squared. As you can see, we are deriving their units, hence the name derived units for derived quantities. Another example of derived quantity with its respective derived units, we have volume. And volume is defined as length times breadth times height. So length times breadth times height. And the unit of volume will be length is measured in meter, multiplied by breadth is measured in meter, also multiplied by height is measured in meter. Hence we have m cubed, or m power 3. This is what we have. The topic is units and measurement. Units, they are categorized as either fundamental or derived. We have fundamental unit and also we have derived units. Fundamental units are units associated with fundamental quantities, and the fundamental quantities we have are 7 in number: the length, mass, time, amount of substance, electric current, temperature, luminous intensity. Length is measured in meter, abbreviated as m, kilogram for mass, seconds for time, mole for amount of substance, ampere, which is A, amount for electric current, and Kelvin for temperature. Finally, candela for luminous intensity. These are the fundamental units that we have. For derived quantities, there are many, but we have take our time to see 3 examples. For velocity, we have seen how to derive the unit, which is meter per second, area, meter squared, volume, which is meter cubed. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for having more videos.